Dennis Prager in his radio show today called Hillary Clinton a scumbag lowlife. Is she? Yeah, absolutely. 1,000%. It's unbelievable. And the Democrats don't care. 70% of the Democrats said even if she gets indicted, which she should be, they'll still support her. She still get the nomination. Now, why do I say that? She's an evil monster. First of all, she sold the nation out when she was Secretary of State, which is one of the most important jobs in the country. She sold them out for bribes. Her husband was collecting huge speaker fees from nations trying to do business with the Secretary of State. That's not a bribe? The Iranian-Russian deal is not... What's that about? She took hundreds of millions of dollars for her phony charitable foundation, and I say phony because they only give 10% to charity, the rest goes to line their pockets, from nations that are the worst, most evil nations in the world, anti-freedom, anti-West. She sold the nation out. That's treason. And then her emails. She's just lying. Every single thing she says is a lie. No other Secretary of State ever had a private server in their bathroom closet. Yeah, they may have used private emails for stuff. She used it for everything. Hacked by all our enemies, North Korea, China, Russia. This Romanian guy said he hacked her email from his living room couch with a simple computer. That's treason. And she says there was no top secret classified stuff. It was our top secret, so top secret, most of the FBI can't even look at it. There's 100 FBI agents working full-time on this. This lady committed treason, scumbag lowlife. And then the rape story. First of all, her husband raped a woman and abused many women. The liberal media says they've been discredited. No, never. It's just the liberal media doesn't want to deal with it. And instead of standing by the women who were raped by her husband and abused, she attacked them, led the campaign to attack them. And then how about another rape case where she got the rapist off raping a 12-year-old and she was on tape laughing about it. She's a disgusting human being. And then her lies about Benghazi. She let 4 Americans die, including our ambassador. She knew right away it was an organized Al-Qaeda incident. She told her daughter and 2 world leaders it was, but then for weeks lied, blaming on some video that no one watched on YouTube. Why? Because Obama wanted to pretend that Al-Qaeda was vanquished, as he said, and she was supporting him. Lied to the faces of the families of the dead and to the American people. And then about Israel. This monster justified the Hamas 10,000 missiles aimed at Israelis by saying, oh, it's okay they came from schools and hospitals in Gaza because Gaza is so small. She's just this pathetic human being. Worst Secretary of State ever. Look, the world fell apart on her watch. Russia expanded, and how about that ridiculous Russian reset thing she tried? China expanded in the South China Sea, trying to push us out of the Pacific. At the same time that she was there, Obama's gutting our military. North Korea keeps testing missiles. And on her watch, Yemen, Libya, Iraq, and Syria all disintegrated. Syria, 350,000 people murdered so far, now under the Iranian orbit. She supported this catastrophic Iran deal. Worst Secretary of State ever, and she deserves a promotion to president? I don't think so. And she's standing on Obama's disaster. He was the worst president in American history. We have 1.7% annual growth. No president before him has ever had less than 3% annual growth a year. He's the first one ever. He's doubled our national debt all by himself. 43 presidents before him accumulated $9 trillion in debt, still too much. When he leaves office, it'll be $20 trillion in debt. More businesses are closing than starting because of his onerous regulations. Obama used the IRS to harass political opponents. We have fewer housing starts. The only reason the unemployment rate looks low is because so many millions of people have quit looking for jobs and they're not counted. And she's standing on all of that disaster. Blacks have record unemployment. Women lost millions of jobs. I mean, she has been a disaster for blacks, for women, for the country, for jobs. She is a radical Alinskyite. And think about the Supreme Court. She wants to confiscate guns, and all it needs is one more vote on the Supreme Court to overturn Heller. She's okay with these riots where the left is trying to suppress free speech and free assembly. You're looking at a fascist here. That's what Alinsky wanted to do, and she was mentored by Alinsky. She is a scumbag lowlife, as Prager said. She's a monster, she's treasonous, and she cannot become president of the United States. Trump, on the other hand, will, instead of allowing in borderless society, John Kerry, the current Secretary of State, in a commencement speech this week, said he wants to look forward to a borderless world. So, according to Hillary, we should not have any walls. So, just let everybody come in. And why? Because they'll vote Democratic. No, I'm sorry. We're not going to let anybody in the world. Every country has a right to have borders. Trump's going to build that wall. He's going to keep out illegal immigrants. And all the millions of crimes committed by illegal aliens that are not deported, we're going to get rid of those illegal aliens who are committing violent crimes and killing Americans. We're going to have lower corporate taxes. We have the highest corporate tax rate in the world, driving businesses away. One thing after another, this has been the worst presidency in American history. She's doubling down on it, besides her completely unethical, disgusting, debased character. She cannot become the president.